everyone, welcome to my channel Corrdapya TV. Well, it's been a while since I uploaded my last video, but here I'm back and happy to share to you my experience as a nurse in a nursing home here in England. But beforehand, let me share to you what is a care home. So a care home is a place where the care is delivered. So it's not necessarily that the care home is only for elderly people. There are different types of care home who delivers a different types of care. So it's not only for elderly, there are also other age groups. So based on my company, we deliver different types of care. We do have nursing care, dementia care, palliative, respite, convalescence care, and residential care. So what is the difference between these types of care? So the nursing one deals with those people who is living with long-term conditions, probably associated with aging or frailty, or with multiple or complex medical conditions. The residential one are for those who only require minimum supervision and care. The respite care are those who want to stay for a few weeks or for a few days or as needed. The palliative care are for those people suffering with an illness without a cure, and the goal for them is to give them an optimum quality of life and to mitigate their suffering. The convalescence care are for those who are being hospitalized and who requires further care before going back to their homes. And the last one is the dementia. So dementia care is a specialist type of care addressing to those people who is suffering from different types of dementia. So let's proceed with the topics that I want to tackle with you. But before that, just a disclaimer, everything that I will share is just based on my personal experience in my workplace, okay? So number one is your role. So the primary role of a nurse in a care home is to provide the overall needs of a resident. So how would you do that? So you have to do your assessments. So based on your assessments, you can identify the needs of a resident and you'll have to formulate care plans for that. So the care plan should be person-centered approach. So some of the things that you have to assess to be able to create a care plan for a resident is to observe how is the mobility, to check the skin for its integrity, and to assess how the person eats and drinks. So based on your assessment, then you'll be able to create a personalized care plan for the resident. It is also part of the job of a nurse in a nursing home to work hand in hand with other healthcare professionals. So in our nursing home, we have to communicate our concerns regarding our residents to the general practitioners in the surgery where the residents are registered. So there's only one surgery where the residents are registered. So it's an easy communication if we do have any referrals or concerns about them. And also with other healthcare professionals like physiotherapists, nutritionists, or tissue viability nurse. Also, it is our role to make some necessary referrals and some appointments for the residents. So some referrals needs to be done by the general practitioners, but other referrals can be independently done by the nurse. So apart from the roles mentioned, it is also our job to do the medication, blood extraction, wound care, and of course to do up-to-date trainings and documentation. That is a very crucial part of a nursing job. So the good thing about my nursing home is that the documentation is 90% done digitally. So unlike in the other care homes that are doing the traditional ones, the pen and paper thing, I've been there actually in a home before na sulat-sulat talaga lahat. Ano ka talaga, what do you call this? Kubal. And you know, doing this traditional documentation is really time consuming and so tiring as well. So I've worked in a nursing home before na talagang sulat-sulat talaga, as in from top to bottom. It was really tiring and mauubos ang oras mo sa pagdodocumentation. You know, dati nakakauwi ako ng mga 8:30, usually 9, na dapat matatapos lang ang shift ko ng 8 p.m. But now, I'm working in a care home that is mostly digitalized ang mga paperwork, so nakakauwi ako on time, and that's a good thing. So if you are considering to work in a nursing home, you have to check what type of documentation they are using, if it's traditional or a digital. Number 2, contracts and shifts. So with the shifts, pareho-pareho lang po. 12 hours po ang shifts namin. It's either day shift or night shift. So I am working day shifts. And my contract hours is 42 hours a week. But I'm working 4 times a week. So basically, I'm working 4 to 8 hours a week. So is there an increment if I work beyond my contract hours? Wala po. We are still working on it for them to give us increment if we work beyond our contract hours. But at the moment, wala pong increment. Other employers, they give increment if you work beyond your contract hours. But you also have to consider if your breaks are paid. Sa amin, paid breaks po siya. So, talagang 12 hours yung nakukuha mo na pay every shift. So, with the shifts, are they constant or variable? So, sa workplace ko po, it's variable. So, hindi po pare-pareho ang off ko. Hindi rin po pare-pareho ang araw ng pag-duty ko. But, the good thing is it's quite flexible because you can request for a off on specific days that you want as long as it's reasonable and wala siyang kasabayang holidays or other requests from other staff as well. So we have a request book for request off. So number 3, what is the hierarchy of roles or posts in my nursing home? So on top of it is the home manager. So home manager, hindi necessarily nurse or medically related yung home manager. But the good thing in our nursing home, our home manager is a nurse. Then follows the deputy manager or the clinical services manager. Then we have the head of care. The head of care is the one who looks after the unit. Then we have the staff nurses. Then we have the senior carers. And then we have the carers. That's for the care side of job roles in the nursing home. Number 4, what are the common medications encountered by the nurse in a nursing home? Nangunguna sa lahat, ang number 1 ang paracetamol. Nangunguna po yan. Ayan ang favorite medication yata dito sa UK, paracetamol. So that's the most common medication you will have to encounter in a nursing home. Paracetamol is either tablets or the dispersible ones. So the other common medications are antidepressants like Mirtazapine, thyroid medications like Levothyroxine, anticoagulant medications like Apixaban, antihypertensive medications like Lisinopril, dementia medications like Donepezil. Donepezil is only to manage mild to moderate dementia. What else? Also SSRI medications, which is the Sertraline. So number 5, what is my work routine? So before I receive the handover from the previous shift, I usually do my rounds. So individually, chine-check ko po yung lahat ng residents. I have to check if they're still okay, if they're breathing, hindi ba nahulog, or nasa bed pa ba sila, or nasa chair. And I have to check if the call bells are properly functioning, especially kung merong crash mats or laser sensor device. And then I proceed receiving the handover from the outgoing shift. Then I check my diary or the endorsement book kung ano yung mga gagawin for the day. Then I have to check the allocation kung kumpleto ba yung staff ko on the floor. Kasi may mga instances talaga na mag-short staff. So the nurses have to help with the personal care, that is getting the residents wash and dress before the breakfast. But in most cases naman, diretso naman ako sa paggagawa ng aking nursing job. So I go to the clinical room, check the temperature and also the fridge temperature, and then I get my trolley and I start my medications. Depende po kasi sa unit. May mga unit na mga busy din. So nurses have to help with assisting residents who cannot independently eat. So, tutulungan po namin sila para po hindi mag-struggle yung unit mo sa pagtatapos ng mga personal care at saka yung breakfast. So, that's my routine. And then, after finishing my medications, I go back to my nursing station. Kung may mga kailangan i-check na mga vital signs, I have to do it. May mga care plans to update. Part na rin dyan, if I have to call the surgery for any referrals, and if I have to arrange any appointments. So that's part of my routine. And then, kasali din yan ang mga wound care plans na kailangan mong gawin sa due date niya. For example, may mga wound care, wound dressings na due sa shift mo. So, you have to perform them. So, sa day shift, ang timing na medications namin is 9 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then there are some medications that are to be given at 3 o'clock, then 5 p.m. Then sa night shift, they have 10 p.m. medications, and then 6 or 7 in the morning medications. So, yun po yung mga usual routine na ginagawa po ng nurses sa nursing home. Number 6. So, what are the benefits of the nurse working in a nursing home? So, this is case-to-case basis, depending po yun sa nursing home or sa company na pinagtatrabahuan nyo. So, in my case, we are entitled of 5.7 weeks of holiday annually. We do have an optional private health insurance and private pension scheme. And we are offered with up-to-date trainings and opportunities to climb up the job ladder. So, mali po yung impression ng iba na walang career progression if you work in a nursing home. Actually, mas less nga ang competition if you work in a nursing home. Mas maraming chances na makakagrab ka ng mga developmental trainings or career trainings, kaya mas mabilis ang career progression. And since na-mention ko na less nga ang competition pag magka-career progression ka kasi konti lang naman ang staff ng nursing home, ilan lang naman kayo ng nurses at hindi lahat ng nurses interested to climb the job ladder. So since konti nga lang ang staff sa nursing home, there's also a big chance to get extra shifts. Kasi pag may nag-holiday, so available yung shifts niya, so, konti lang din kayo magko-compete kung sinong gustong kumuha ng extra. Unlike sa mga hospitals, you have to line up kung sino at may priority kung sino ang pwede makakuha ng bank shifts. But in a nursing home, there are several chances to get extra shifts. So, ibig sabihin, more shifts, more money. So, number 7. What is my salary? So, let's save the best for last, no? Ito talaga ang ating last topic because this is the most interesting part kung bakit tayo nagtrabaho sa UK. So, one of the perks working in a nursing home is having to get a good salary. Kahit na kabago-bago mo palang pasado na nurse. So, unlike sa NHS, they have this category na range of salary if you're band 5, 6, or 7. So our salary is equivalent to a band 7 NHS nurse. So I'll get a more thorough detail about my salary in my next vlog. But I'll give you a preview. My last month's gross income was roughly £4,300. Okay? Isn't it interesting? So, sa lahat po ng nag-iisip if they want to work in a hospital or nursing home, you have to weigh the pros and cons. So, decision niyo po yun. For now, my priority is not only career progression but also money. Be practical. But depende po yun kung ano po yung talagang ultimate goal niyo to work here. Ang purpose mo as a nurse here in the UK. So, we have different types of motivation. But for me, part of the motivation is money. Okay? So hopefully, with this vlog, you have an idea what it's like to work as a nurse in a nursing home. So, pag-iisipan niyo po yung mga bagay-bagay before you sign your contract or you offer letter from an employer. Because once you sign it, there's no going back. Well, actually, meron pa naman chance, pero you have to make wise decisions when you choose your career here in the UK para hindi naman pumasayang lahat ng effort nyo sa pagpaprocess ng inyong nursing requirements and application. Well, thank you so much for spending your time listening to me, and I hope you'll watch out for my next vlog, which is detailing my salary as a nurse in a nursing home. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe in my channel. Okay, see you. Bye.